Inside the room. Professor. Fredman lay on the bed, anxiously waiting for the effect of the medicine to arrive on the battlefield. Wendy put on a bathrobe and went to the bathroom first. Don't know why, Fredman always feels something is wrong. The lower abdomen has been hot and hot since he was in Way's house, but his key parts have never changed. Even at this moment, he vaguely felt itchy and aching. It is estimated that the medicine is working. Fredman comforted herself. At this time, Wendy also came back from the bathroom. Wendy, lying in Fredman's arms like a wild cat, asked softly, "Fredman, do you feel better now?" Fredman shook his head and said with an ugly expression, "Not yet, but it should be soon." Wendy deliberately served Fredman well and got more benefits, so she winks, and then lowered her head to untie Fredman's pants. Seeing this, Fredman also showed expectant eyes, and his heart was hot and unbearable. As a man, he really endured too long, too much pain. However, the next second, Wendy suddenly yelled in horror, her voice harsh. "Oh my God, Fredman! What's the matter with you? Why are you starting to grow black and purple, and the roots are still a little festered?" Huh! Fredman's brain exploded, pushing Wendy away, lowering his head to look there. After seeing it clearly, his face instantly turned green. He thought it might just be that the effect of the medicine hadn't arrived yet, but he didn't expect that his key point had become black and purple, and even some of it was corrupted. What the hell is going on? Fredman's scalp exploded, and he went crazy in an instant. If he was expecting much after he had just taken the medicine, he would have collapsed now. From a good man to a living eunuch, he got hope several times, but he was struggling in desperation. After finally getting the Way family's magical medicine, after taking it by himself, it turned out to be ulcerated. It is not too much to say from heaven to hell. Darn, there must be something wrong with the Way family's medicine. I said that Yangjung Wei, the old and undead man, was so kind to let me take the medicine first. It's clear he was treating me as a farking mouse. Wendy was also stunned, and subconsciously said, "Fredman, what should we do now?" Fredman slapped her directly, and said angrily, "It's all damn rot, what else can I do? Go to the hospital. Let your dad prepare the car." Noah Wilson almost broke down when he heard that he was going to the hospital again. He thought that Fredman was finally effective this time, and that his daughter would be able to regain the favor of Fredman, but he didn't expect that this time, it was still nothing to do with the bamboo basket. Moreover, he heard from Fredman, it seems that the situation this time is much more serious than before. In the middle of the night, Noah Wilson drove the car, where Fredman and his 2 bodyguards rushed to the People's Hospital. Fredman didn't even hang up the emergency number, so he broke into the emergency room of the hospital with his bodyguards. As soon as he entered the emergency room and saw a male doctor sitting in front of the computer, Fredman untied his belt and took off his pants on the spot. The male doctor in the emergency room was shocked. "What are you doing? You are perverted." The male doctor was taken aback, and hurriedly shouted, "Hurry up and put your pants on and give me out, or I will call the security guard." Suddenly encountering this situation in the middle of the night, no one can stand it. Fredman hurriedly explained in tears, "Doctor, you have misunderstood. I am not a pervert. I have a serious problem with my body. I should show it to you. Otherwise, I will be finished." At this moment, the festering has become more serious. The male doctor glanced at it, sucked in a cold breath, and said, "This is your body tissue is completely necrotic." "Total necrosis? What do you mean?" The male doctor said, "There is no room for rescue. Like some people who have been in a car accident and their legs are crushed into fleshy flesh, they cannot recover and are facing serious infections. They have to amputate their limbs. There is no other way." Amputation? Fredman's eyes were red, and he said crumbled, "Cut off my roots?" The doctor nodded and said, Hurry up and amputate it before it causes your body to fester." Fredman cried loudly, "I am a big man, how can I cut it off? I just want to keep my roots. Even if it doesn't work anymore, I want it to grow there for me honestly. Now he doesn't want to restore his original function. He cannot be bad, even if he is a living eunuch." Thinking of this, he hurriedly pleaded, "Doctor, as long as you can cure me, I am willing to pay no matter how much money you say. You can think of a way for me." The male doctor shook his head and said, "It's not about money. Your condition is very serious. Now it is completely necrotic. I suggest you cut it directly." With that, the doctor further explained, "If you don't cut it off and wait until the ulceration and infection become more serious, it will cause serious bacterial infections, leading to the collapse of your body's immunity, and it will be life-threatening. You know we have several times every year. This patient dragged himself to death because he refused to amputate. He died of an uncontrollable bacterial infection." Fredman was already scared. At this time, the male doctor comforted, "Don't worry, although your case is very rare, but I have done several similar operations before, and I will definitely cut you clean without leaving any lesions." When Fredman heard this, tears couldn't help but flow down his cheeks. "Doctor, I beg you, please show me a clear path. I really can't cut it off. I am a living eunuch, if it is really cut, more uncomfortable than a living eunuch. I might as well die."